In Abaco, Bahamas, we can see clearly now because the landscape has been flattened by Hurricane Dorian. Then we had another hurricane that has been lasting in Abaco 1 year and 4 months called the FNM government. And I look at what's going on in America and I try to line and see if by some means I could make the Bahamas a better place. What I do, I don't do it for publicity, notoriety. I do it because I care. Because one brave man a long time ago, he said, Kai Mills, ask not what your country can do for you, Kai, but you ask, Kai, what can you do to make the Bahamas and indeed Abaco a better place for all Bahamians? And I look at our present Prime Minister, and I know we were in trouble from the by-election. I can tell you some stuff that happened in the by-election. But we're looking at the President of the United States and they ask, what would be his legacy? I'm not an American, I'm in the Bahamas, and I'm asking Dr. Minnis, Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, what would be your legacy when election come and you know more? You know what come to mind? Dr. Minnis' legacy would be engaging in political violence against the citizen of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, when he would use the police force to keep us as bait to sea. I look at my arrest and my kidnapping on the highway, the Great Abaco Highway, by 4 police officers. That was ordered from the top. Anybody who tried to have a meeting against this FNM government, they're quickly stopped by the policeman. We in Abaco for the first time have what I call military policing. But those of you who remain and want to be die-hard FNMs and think that Dr. Minnis is doing a good job, move 2 agencies away from him and let them call Parliament building. And the 2 agencies that is the glue of this political violence that has been done against the citizen of the Bahamas, that they are stepping all over our constitutional rights. And the Prime Minister said a long time ago that in order to fulfill his mandate, he will have to take the rights of Bahamians. Isn't that crazy? He was put there to make life better, but he want to take life away from us. And if you move these 2 agencies, the Royal Bahamas Police Force and the Royal Bahamas Defense Force, if you remove them tonight, the FNM regime will crash tomorrow. Bahamians will hit the streets like you've never done before. But we are not a people that want to be a martyr. We don't want to die for our country. We know right from wrong. The majority of us know right from wrong. And if you remove the protection of the police and the defense force from this FNM government, there will be no more. they will have to call a snap election because of the brutality and the political violence that this FNM government is so swift to put upon their people. I was sickened when I know that Minnis appointed Marvin Dames as Commissioner of Police, Minister of National Security. Marvin Dames is a lifelong policing. He knows as much about policing as Dr. Minnis knows about gynecology. And when I saw Dr. Minnis in several police stations in Nassau with his camera behind him and ordering the police, disrespecting the man that is being paid a salary, and his duty is to speak on national security issues. And the Prime Minister disrespected Marvin Dames and went into the police station and ordered the police to lock up the people that just elected him. If they are a minute over the time and they're on the street, lock them up. When in Abaco, we got 2,000 illegal on the streets every day. And Dr. Minnis have ordered immigration and the police force do not touch the illegal Haitians, but lock up every Bahamian, whether their car break down, whether they have a medical emergency, if they're on the streets of the Bahamas, his Bahamas land. See, we don't have no more rights anymore. It's all about Dr. Minnis. Whatever emergency you have, if you have a flat tire, if you get in an accident, lock them up. That is the street of a dictator. And boy, does he love putting the police to beat the people, the FNMs that just elected him. He said, lock them up. I hope they locked up come election, that they return the favor and lock you up. Same political violence that they have in America, we having it on a small scale in this country because we have a prime minister that is selfish. It's all about him. His ministers dare not speak out, if not, just like how we did Dr. Sands, bring that plate there. Brent Semlet, the great white shark, bring that blue plate. Pinecrest, bring that blue plate back. And this is the time in a country that you bring all your bright minds to the table and respect everybody's opinion. But Dr. Minnis feels threatened by anybody that has a brain to speak for Bahamians in or out the House of Assembly. They are a threat to his regime. It is sad in this country. I'm not proud to be a Bahamian under such political unrest, under such political violence, when the Prime Minister could order police, forgetting that he have a minister that is responsible for national security, and backed him on the side and say, lock the Negroes up. He ain't gonna lock up nobody in Old Fort Bay. No way. They are still down there driving up and down with the golf cart, the liquor store, the grocery store, the restaurant is still open. The police is not allowed to police in Old Fort Bay, Bakers Bay, the Abaco Club, or none of those areas that are predominantly white, but bring the police in Dundastan, Murphytown, and lock them brutes up. That is not the Bahamas nor Prime Minister that Kai Mills is proud of. Only thing that I'm hoping for in my prayer, my everyday prayer, is that this dark chapter in our lives in Abaco would be over. When the Prime Minister said that he doesn't want the help from two past Prime Minister, Hubert Ingraham and Perry Christie, that has all the information, all the connection, he had nothing but his gynecologist degree. And he disrespected them and Abaconians to a point that they're hiding the material in the bushes, rotting away from the people. And 2021, the Disaster Recovery Committee, all they can offer Abaco is a $10 phone card. Where is the money that were promised from August to now? The Bahamas government is the only disaster since the disaster of Hurricane Dorian. That's why I say let's hurry up, vote them the hell out, because they think Abaco people is ignorant. We're not. That is how we built Abaco, and we will rebuild. Unfortunately, this FNM government and this Prime Minister that said, let the white people rebuild Abaco, doesn't care. But we shall rebuild. White and black Bahamians shall rebuild Abaco. Vote for Kai. And for God's sake, be proud that you have somebody like Kai that can speak to the issues without fear or favor, because it comes from the heart, because Kai care. Vote for Kai and don't be shy.